Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha. Today we're going to talk about ecdysterones or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. I had a couple of people ask me about it already, even in DMs, like, hey, does this stuff work? Do you think it works? There's other YouTubers saying it works and it's really promising, which is really comical because this isn't new. This is one of the older scams that's been recycled a few times. Where people pull this nonsense of, oh yeah, it seems to give you a lot of the benefits of taking testosterone without the side effects. And it's like, testosterone is not exactly known for having a lot of side effects. It can, but generally speaking, most people who use testosterone at least reasonable levels find it to be very, very tolerable. And actually, the side effects, a lot of the side effects are beneficial. And we're not going to go into all of that, though. What we're going to talk about here is the fact that supplements get recycled all the time. And generally, these things don't work. And here's how you know they don't work. This product is still legal. Okay? It's been around for 20 years, and all these variants of it. These things have been studied before. We don't have human studies showing they work. So when people say, oh, we've got all this data showing it may help with muscle growth and do all these steroid-like effects, right? These are not in humans. These are animal studies. And remember, isn't that how BCAAs got slipped in? BCAAs are widely understood by all experts to be useless now. They do not work. Taken as a supplement, they do not enhance recovery, they do not enhance muscle growth, they do not enhance muscle protein synthesis at all. Meta-analysis have confirmed this. That's how it got slipped into the community originally, and I'm not going to get into the full details, but I ended up getting sued over debunking that many, many years ago. It turned out I was right when further studies were done. That's how it got slipped in. Oh, let's do rodent studies. Oh, something worked in rodents in this one study, so let's just sell tons of it. And let's all make YouTube videos promoting it. Right? That's exactly what happened. And it turns out not to work. Almost every major influencer on YouTube was selling it without evidence that it worked. Not real evidence. Okay? Most of them didn't ever apologize either for saying, oh yeah, there wasn't really evidence, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry for scamming you people. No, they made that money, they're happy to get it. They're happy to scam you people. This is just another one, it's a scam. And I saw a conversation the other day, I'm friends with Dr. Alan Bacon over at Maui Athletics. And yes, he's an MD who coaches, a retired surgeon, and he pointed that out because he actually does work with formulations for supplement companies and stuff. That's one of his side gigs. And he had pointed out this is one of those that falls into that category of about every 5 years it comes around, it gets really popular again. Some people say it works. Oh, here's some animal studies, and a bunch of it gets sold and no one really gets results from it unless it was spiked with something, and then it drops back out, and then a few years later, this same product and variants of it come back out again. This is an old one. And as he pointed out, there's no data to suggest it works in humans, right? It's all animal trials. And people have to remember rats and mice are not humans, and we've found this with many, many supplements and even nutrition data. You can't apply the nutrition. Rodent studies are where we got the myth that humans store carbs as fat. We actually don't. Not under normal conditions, not at any appreciable rate. That's been debunked. It's not true. It all came from rodent studies. And they extrapolated them over to people. And then what happened? People thought all this de novo lipogenesis was occurring. But it actually doesn't. You can create a situation where it occurs, but you actually have to really try. Barring people who are serious type 2 diabetics. There's an exception there. But you have to create an environment where it occurs. It doesn't actually occur normally, like under normal conditions. And even when you do make it occur, it doesn't occur at a high rate. Like you're not going to gain pounds of fat from carbohydrate storing, even when you create that environment. You could gain a little bit. But you have to artificially create the scenario for it to occur. It's very limited. But rodent studies, that's where we got there. Okay, this is one of these products that rodent studies have been promising. The very limited human studies haven't shown results. They haven't shown results. Yet, influencers will promote it. They'll promote it to scam you, to make money. And I would suggest, because I don't know who else is promoting it, but if they are promoting it based upon the current literature that we have on this stuff, they're a scam artist. I don't care how respectable they are. Outside of that, they're a scam artist. That is what they are. They're conning you out of money. And here's how supplements work, guys. People need to remember something. If something has been out a while and there have been studies done on it and it's still over the counter, it doesn't work. There's usually your biggest giveaway. Why? Because in America, anytime a substance, unless it turns out to be something that is directly a food extract, like creatine turned out to be, if you get a product that when it's studied causes anabolic response, meaning it causes muscle growth, any additional muscle growth beyond what could be seen by eating just normal food, right? Or if it shows fat burning properties, the FDA classifies it as a drug, not a supplement. Okay, supplements are things that are not proven to work yet. Okay, supplement, dietary supplement, it may help minorly or it could have some health benefits, but it's not serious. It doesn't really cause muscle growth or fat burning or things to that degree. Things that we manufacture prescription drugs to do, right? If it is proven to replicate those things, it gets outlawed. Ephedra was outlawed because government-funded studies found that it burned fat. When they looked into it, they're like, oh my gosh, this is actually a real fat burner. And the public is buying it over the counter, unregulated. It got outlawed because of that. Because real studies, robustly done independent studies, confirmed that it worked. When that happens, that substance is now a drug. Legally, it's a drug. It is not a supplement. Once it's been shown in independent studies that are, again, good studies that it works, and we know it works, they're going to pull it off the shelf. They can't sell you that. So the supplement industry actually has a bias to not sell you products that they think are actually going to work because they're going to get outlawed. It's not in their best financial interest to do so. Okay? Not in their best interest to do so. So these products fall into that category. They don't seem to actually work. They might, but they probably don't. And if you do notice anything from them, it's a placebo. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.